Hello, Nintendo 14. Playthrough on Mega Man X, Part 7, also known as the finale. In last part, we cleared out the remaining things in Sigma's fortress, defeated all the Maverick robots that stand in between our way, and the last thing we gotta do is take on Sigma himself with all the powers that we've acquired, such as the help tanks, life ups, all the Maverick weapons. We're here for the ready for the final battle. Now, in case if you're like me, I did have to I did have to make multiple run-throughs for this boss because this final boss that we're gonna be facing, it's notorious for being one of the hardest bosses ever. Not the hardest, but it's no slouch. And in case if I just did all that right there, but in case if you do just die midway in the boss and you use up all your sub tanks, you could always just use the charged ability, you know, with the rolling shield, and just use it and just keep killing the mechanical caterpillars. Just keep doing that, and then your sub tanks will be filled up in just like a minute or two. But once you get all that ready, all your sub tanks, you have three. I should say, like, there's three phases to this boss. The first one is you're fighting its pet. Its weakness is the shotgun ice, so just spam it and you should be good. So with that out the way, the tournament for the Gaming Master Guys, it's almost to a wrap. Well, by wrap I mean I did my part in the tournament, and all that's left is the finals. And sadly, I didn't make it. Came close, really close. I was in the semifinals. My opponent in the semifinals was the DMSLF, which has been tearing up the entire tournament. Taking down names such as Shadow Wolf 777, or 777 what? Shadow Wolf 000 as his first opponent. And I'd say in my book, I think he instantly became a maybe in my opinion, maybe a favorite to win the entire thing. And I just got a little bit sidetracked, but I'll get back to that a little bit later. After defeating the pet, we get to face Sigma himself. This part, I think it might be the toughest part in the entire boss run or whatever, because the only way you can just defeat this guy, or the easiest way to, is just shoot him in the air. Because trying to take him on the ground, he's just gonna stab you or whatnot with his lightsaber. That totally wasn't from Star Wars. And just keep doing this method. Recommend try not to get hit as much because you're gonna need all the health you can get for this next form. Obviously, the electric spark is what's weak to Sigma himself. And here we are. We hit the notoriously difficult part of the entire game. I think the Rex robot thing might be even harder. Here we are facing Wolf Sigma. Its weakness, I'm actually looking over my stuff. Its weakness is the rolling shield. The thing you mostly got to do is just jump on its head, or use the claws that come down, and then just use that as a platform to get up. This run might be a bit sloppy for me, but I did have to use up all my sub tanks, obviously. But my strategy for this boss, I like to hug the walls as always. That's always a safe thing you can always do when facing a boss in any of the Mega Man X series. Just hug the walls and just take him down that way. You want to like put yourself in a position to be able to attack him while avoiding the lightning, such as like what I'm doing right here. I'm at like the top corner, and just letting the hands just shock me or whatever. Thankfully, all the upgrades were able to just tank through all these attacks. That and the chest plate and all of our sub tanks. So that's one way we're surviving. But by just doing this, it's kind of easy mode for being such a really tough boss. And just like that, we take him down. Now, disclaimer: this wasn't all in my first try. Oh no, I believe all this unedited. I think all this took about 40 minutes. But just for time's sakes, I just decided to shorten things up and just get down to the nitty-gritty. So that's it. We did everything in the entire game. Sadly, Zero isn't here to see Sigma's little fortress, whatever, crumble. who wasn't able to live to see that moment. But just as we all know, Zero, he'll come back. I mean, he's too popular to be dead in the entire series. I mean, so obvious that in the next game he's going to be resurrected. So the war is ended and peace has come. Oh, screw that. We got like 7 more games that we have under our belt. Well, technically it was supposed to be 4 more, but you know, money and reasons, we had to make 3 more games, which I'm fine with, except for maybe a couple that I haven't even played yet. But should I be looking forward to playing those games? I really don't know. So in the meantime, I'll go back into talk about the tournament. I'd say my match between the MSLF, I won't go into the other matches, you know. Just this one in particular. It was really neck and neck between me and the MSLF. We did go into our 3rd game. I won the first game, he won the second, and it got really close at the 3rd game. Although I did make one very small mistake in game 3, where you know, I'm trying to recover, and then just lost it. You know, just didn't have enough up B fuel for Rob, because you know that up B won't last too long, because you know everything just runs on fumes. That might actually be Rob's biggest downfall, or not downfall, but like one of his biggest weakness. On top of, you know, all of his attacks have some startup time, but other than that, I think my Rob, I put it to, you know, maximum use. Although I did fail to actually get all the moves that I need to actually get all my KOs. As always, I should see myself as just being absolutely notorious to be able to land KOs in Smash Brothers. It's been my big plague in the entire game series, and you know that might also, now mentioning it, that could also be my biggest downfall, and you know, just playing Smash, or you know, being tournaments. So there's that. MSLF, assuming that this video goes out before the finals go out, I wish you luck against Super64134, a big friend of mine. It should be a even more exciting match. I know it was supposed to happen tonight, actually, as of this recording, on the 16th of July. But because you know, the connections, whatnot, we'll make sure the connections are great for the finals. That means they're going to be doing it later, maybe shortly after this video gets uploaded. I don't know. But here we are on the credits. Launch Octopus, Joe Penguin. You're just getting a character roll call. So, being this the last part, what's next after Mega Man X? Obviously, there's been a release for Mega Man X2, X3, and onwards, up until X8. But here's the thing: after X3, I only have one means to record X4 and X5, which is just getting the digital copy of X4 and X5 on my PS3, and then just record it with my Dazzle, the same capture card I use for Donkey Kong 64. But I'm not too sure on, or not too keen on, if I should do that or not. Although I still have I have X2 and X3 planned out. It's just that I'm still debating, or like just trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with that, because unfortunately I can't use this capture card I've been using for X2 or X4 and X5, because I'm having a little bit of trouble trying to record the PS3 with it, because you know, PS3 won't record with HDMI because, you know, the copyright protection or whatever. And unfortunately, the other means of recording stuff, you know, like inputs or whatever, that doesn't work on my capture card. Sadly, it's been broken for about years. So I'll think about that for a little bit more when we actually get to that point. But I'm glad to say, or safe to say, or like that. It won't be long until I start doing a playthrough of Mega Man X2. But for right now, after this video, just like I said back in my previous video, I was going to shift most of my efforts over to the TheGamingMasterGuys. There's quite a few more videos that I'm doing on that channel, such as the Super Mario Galaxy 2 versus and the All Cup Tour. I got about 2 more videos I gotta make for that, so stay tuned for all that on his channel. As for that, Another video that I might possibly pull up is a bonus video for Donkey Kong 64, but that's just in the works right now. Just maybe I'll just go through the game and see what I gotta, or what's worth showing off. So I'd like to thank everybody for watching the Mega Man X playthrough, my 12th playthrough overall, or out of all the games I played on this channel. Thanks for playing, presented by Capcom. It won't be long until I get Mega Man X2, and if you want Mega Man X2, you can always let me know by doing all the good ratings feedback, you know, like commenting or maybe liking, who knows. Although I never tell you guys to ever like my videos. It's either you like it or you don't. I don't have to tell you if you want to like the video or not. But we've only a temporary victory, obviously. I mean, a good game like this doesn't deserve a sequel, am I right? Oh no, we gotta continue the next. There's gotta be another chapter to the Mega Man X series. And we will return very soon. And with that, coming soon, Mega Man X2, and whatever I might have next. So I'll be able to do more commentary stuff over there. So until then, guys, see you guys for the next game that I might be playing.